It has been a constant stream of gripes and grievances that's actually been getting worse now that he's afraid of losing to Kamala. There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes. It just goes on and on and on.
I want to know, who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
As Barack and Michelle Obama headlined the second night of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, the person who they were there to support was in Milwaukee instead.
Good evening, Milwaukee! And hello to everyone joining us from exciting Chicago.
Kamala Harris flew out of Chicago after the first night of the convention, only to appear via a live link after a ceremonial roll call in which delegates symbolically cast votes for her.
The delegates at the Democratic National Convention, well, they just completed their roll call. And they have nominated Coach Walz and me to be the next Vice President and President of the United States of America. And I thank everyone there and here for believing in what we can do together. We are so honored to be your nominees.
But many are seeing Kamala Harris's decision to stay away from Chicago as a clear snub to the Obamas.
See you in 2 days, Chicago.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama stepped back into the political spotlight as she returned to her hometown Chicago for the DNC. She said Kamala Harris is more than ready to be president.
Kamala worked her way up to become Vice President of the United States of America. My girl, Kamala Harris, is more than ready for this moment. She is one of the most qualified people ever to seek the office of the presidency.
She tore into GOP nominee Donald Trump.
In America, we do something. For years, Donald Trump did everything in his power to try to make people fear us. See, his limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hardworking, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black. Wait. I want to know. Who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
And reminded everyone about how she is one of the Democratic Party's most influential voices.
It's up to us to remember what Kamala's mother told her. Don't just sit around and complain, do something. So, if they lie about her, and they will, we've got to do something. If we see a bad poll, and we will, we got to put down that phone and do something. If we start feeling tired, if we start feeling that dread creeping back in, we got to pick ourselves up, throw water on our face, and what? Do something.
Barack Obama returned to the city where he made his political ascent. In 2004, he delivered an electrifying keynote address. 20 years later, Obama is the elder statesman, hoping to galvanize the nation once again.
The torch has been passed. Now it is up to all of us to fight for the America we believe in. And make no mistake, it will be a fight. For all the incredible energy we've been able to generate over the last few weeks, for all the rallies and the memes, this will still be a tight race in a closely divided country. A country where too many Americans are still struggling. Where a lot of Americans don't believe government can help.
Obama issued stark warnings that a second Trump term would pose existential risks and made a big pitch for Kamala Harris.
We do not need 4 more years of bluster and bumbling and chaos. We have seen that movie before, and we all know that the sequel is usually worse. America's ready for a new chapter. America's ready for a better story. We are ready for a President Kamala Harris.
Barack Obama and Kamala Harris first met in 2004 at a campaign fundraiser when he was the Illinois state legislator running for Senate and she was San Francisco's district attorney. In 2004, Harris endorsed Obama in the Democratic presidential primary against Hillary Clinton. Obama, in turn, endorsed Harris in her 2010 campaign to become California's Attorney General. The former president sparked controversy in 2013 for calling Harris the best-looking Attorney General at a California fundraiser. He reportedly phoned her hours later to apologize for what was deemed to be a sexist comment. In July this year, when pressure was growing on Biden to drop his re-election bid, Michelle Obama's name was floated as a possible alternative to take over the top of the ticket. It was only several days after Biden endorsed Harris that the Obamas got on board as well. Many saw it as a sign that they weren't completely convinced by Harris.
We called to say Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
Oh my goodness.
While everyone seems to be making the right noises, the absence of Kamala Harris from the night that the Obamas spoke at the DNC raises speculation about whether there is a rift between 3 powerful players in the Democratic Party.